guess who finally has a job? That would be me. After, let me see, after 18 days of searching, I finally found a job. And so, I get to pay my bills and not have my car repossessed or any other horrible story imaginable surrounding debt. Having two big guys come and break my legs, for instance. But I am very thankful to God for my job. The reason why I'm saying a lot and looking down is because I didn't really give a whole lot of forethought to this video. I wanted to just talk. I wanted to talk about how we're liars. We are all liars. You too. You don't believe me? Okay, let me explain it. You ever had an experience where somebody gave you that look? You know, that look that says there's something not quite right about you? You know, that look that casts doubt on the wholesomeness of your character? That look that causes you to draw the conclusion that this person doesn't like me because they gave me the stink face, the face. And what's the first thing we do? We say, I don't care. I don't care what they think about me. But we're lying because we do care. I know for myself I care. I care a great deal what people think about me. And don't get me wrong, I've done that before too. I walked around, I don't care, you know, puffing at people. I don't care what you think. I don't care. But the fact of the matter is, I do care. I care a great, great deal what people think about me. I want them to perceive me the way that I want to be perceived. But even then, I'm lying because what I'm doing is called self-deception. And we deceive ourselves into thinking that we're something that we're really not. And it's not so much that we're worthless. It's just that we're not looking at ourselves with the appropriate measure. What's the word? We're not looking at ourselves through the eyes of truth or through the lens of truth. Excuse me. Cold climate making me all congested with that. But we do that. I've done it. I've done it. And I've done it a lot. I've probably, you know, what really got me thinking about this is the fact that I did it just today. I don't care what they think. I'm gonna go on and I'm gonna be me. I don't care what they think. But I do care. And I think that we, as individuals, can move a lot farther down the road, a lot quicker, properly, if we look at ourselves through the lens of truth. If we just go ahead and look at ourselves from a realistic standpoint. If we look at ourselves the way other people look at us and what they see. But sometimes, even it's difficult to do that. It's a grave error in judgment to compare yourself to somebody else. It really is, because what if that person is doing things wrong? Then you're measuring yourself compared to them, and then you're trying to adjust yourself to be like them. But what if they're wrong? So we have got to be careful how we think and how we perceive ourselves. Just looking at ourselves with the right attitude. And something else, I used to do this a lot, and I used to be really bad. I was my worst critic. I critiqued myself, and I read myself the riot act. When I made a mistake, I just beat myself up. Oh my goodness. Just looking back at how I used to did myself. If I did you the way I did me, mentally beating myself up, you would call the police and have me arrested. I mean, I was just brutal. Walking around, kicking myself, calling myself stupid, when I'm much better than that. I had to learn how to not be so hard on me. And that leads me to something else. We have to learn to forgive ourselves. It's amazing, isn't it? When you have that revelation, when you have that nothing less than a divine epiphany. Wow, I've got to forgive myself too. I should forgive others, but I should also forgive myself. And when you forgive yourself, you give yourself closure, and you can move forward. You can better navigate this highway called life. Oh my goodness. So, we've got to learn to forgive ourselves. We've got to learn to look at ourselves with the right perspective, because what you think about you matters. It matters. It matters a great deal. You've got to realize that you are the most important person in the world. You are. Sorry. You've got to realize that you are the most important person in the world. You make or break you. You do. Because if you don't think you can make it, you can't make it. If you think that you're at the end of your rope, then you are. A friend of mine, he's not really a friend. He's more of like an associate. But he was friendly towards me. And he told me about what life was like when he was going through his divorce. And he was just having just a rough time. And he says he remembers sitting outside his apartment, and he said he was praying. I believe he said he was praying. I believe he told God, God, I'm at the end of my rope. And he said that God told him, if you think you're at the end of the rope, well, I don't want to say that. But the moral of the story of what he was, the point that he was trying to convey to me was, if you think that you're at the end of your rope, you are. Now, if I think I'm at the end of my rope, I am. It's the reverse true. If I think I have miles and miles of rope to go, does that mean I have miles and miles of rope to go? I would dare say yes. That's positive thinking. That's giving yourself hope. Because hope is the quintessential thing that everybody needs. We need to believe. We need to know. We need to even so much think that there is a chance of changing things. There is a chance of fixing things. Even if it's a slim slither of a chance, then it's worth going for. That keeps us moving. That keeps us alive. And that keeps us one step, maybe 2 or 3 steps ahead of destruction. So, never give up. Never, 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 never give up. When you give up, that's when you lose. When you stop fighting, that's when you lose. Me, I got some fight in me. I got some fight left. I'm not done. Like Chevy Chase said, I really like Community. 6 seasons in a movie. And Troy and Ahmed in the morning. I love Community. And I was so sad. Well, not so sad, but I was disappointed to hear that Chevy Chase left this show. Because despite what the writers did with this character, which I think they kind of ruined his character by making him too vindictive. But those moments when the study group needed somebody with some wisdom, Pierce Hawthorne had some wisdom. I mean, he had some golden nuggets to offer. He was talking with Jeff, and Jeff was complaining about the way things were going in his life, and how his mother praised him too much or whatever, and never really gave him proper advice, like let him know that, hey, you're gonna make some mistakes. Now she praised him too much. Well, Pierce Hawthorne, played by Chevy Chase, told him, you know, when I was born, and he was like, Pierce, what are you doing? Pierce was like, well, I'm going back to my class, because Pierce got kicked out of his class. And he was like, I'm going back to my class. I'm going to get back in my class. And Jeff was wondering why. And he was like, you know, When I was born, I was born with my umbilical cord wrapped around my neck. And the doctor tried to reverse him and get the umbilical cord unwrapped. And a point came when the doctor stopped and just started laughing. And he told Jeff, he said, if I let being bad at things stop me from living life, then I would never make it. I'm paraphrasing. But if I let being bad at things stop me from succeeding in life, I would never make it. And he was like, as far as I'm concerned, this life isn't over. And life being the smorgasbord that it is, I'm here and I'm not leaving until I clean out the buffet. And when I heard that, I was like, wow, that is deep. So life has a lot of bad things in it. Life is hard, life is difficult. But life also has some good things in it. And it's not as hard as we make it out to be. And it's not as difficult if we are willing to let ourselves fit into that square hole. And so, until life is over, I'm at the buffet loading up. I'm going to go to the buffet and I'm going to get everything good and I'm going to go for it. And then when I'm done with that, I'm going back. You should have that same mindset that I'm here to get some good things out of my life. And I am not done until I've cleaned up the buffet. And as far as I'm concerned, once I've cleaned up the buffet, hey, where's the chef at? Y'all need to put some more food out. I'm here to enjoy my life, and I'm going to enjoy it. Now, you've got to have the right perspective, because perspective is everything too. If you got the wrong perspective on life, then you're going to go down the wrong road, and you're going to be lost. You need the right and the proper perspective. And you need the right and proper definition of things. Like today I learned that vigilance is paying attention. Vigilance is being on the lookout for anything that's wrong. That's what vigilance is. And I've heard of the word for years, being vigilant and whatnot. But I finally understood just today, after 39 years, that vigilance is just keeping a watchful eye, not letting the enemy sneak in a bomb to destroy you and everybody in the vicinity, but being watchful, paying attention, looking for those anomalies, but looking for those things that are wrong so that you can fix it, so that you can protect yourself. And if you can protect yourself, you can protect those around you. So we need vigilance. We need to understand things the right way. To understand things the wrong way leads to folly. Like the young man that thought it was a good idea to go and murder some cops. What an idiot. He was stupid. He misunderstood things, and because of his wrong perspective, it led to wrong actions. So the last thing we need to do is have the wrong perspective. We need the right perspective. And that's going to help keep us on the right path. But it's up to us to figure this out. I know it seems like a lot, but it's really not. Just take your time, figure it out, learn it, and everything will be fine. As you live your life, you will learn things. I understand things now that when I was younger, I was like, wow, I was clueless. I was really clueless. When I was in my 20s, in my early 20s, you know, I thought I understood things. I thought I knew what I was talking about. There were things that I would have done in my 20s that now, today, there is no way I would do that because it's stupid. And it's stupid because I understand things better now. But I had to live through my 20s in order to make it to the point that I am now. And looking back, I saw, wow, that was dumb. But I understand now. And I hope that in the few minutes that I've been talking, that this has encouraged you to study, to find out if you're on the right path that you're supposed to be on, and if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, and if you're actually looking at yourself with the proper perspective. Because remember, you're the most important person in the world. You are your greatest asset. Motivational speakers have been saying things like this for years. You are your greatest asset. Don't be a sorry asset. Be a good asset. You're the best you got. No one's going to look after you. I learned that when I joined the Marine Corps. For whatever reason, I thought people were just going to look out for me. They were like, no one's going to look out for you. You got to look out for you. You got to take care of number one. And so when I began to do things to take care of number one, I found out that that's right. Because I've had people try to throw me under the bus. I've had people try to tear me down to improve themselves or to make themselves look better or whatever. And I had to learn, no, I can't do that. I can't trust other people to take care of me. I gotta take care of me. And I gotta have the discretion to know who to listen to and who to ignore. Sometimes I ignored the wrong person. But that's okay. In life, you will make mistakes. You will make wrong turns. It's just like driving down the road. You're going south. And then you'll, for whatever reason, you think you're supposed to get off on this ramp. And you realize this is not where I want to go. So what do you have to do? You have to turn around. You got to take the detour. You got to do what's necessary to get back on the freeway. And you do that. And you get back on the freeway and you keep heading towards your destination. Don't worry because you have to drive through some neighborhood where the speed limit was 25. Don't worry about that. It was necessary to get you back on track because you made a mistake. But that's no reason to beat yourself up. Just get back on track. And don't let nobody else beat you up over it either. Say, hey, I made a mistake, but I learned. And then you keep going. Don't beat yourself up. Don't let people keep beating you up over something, some stupid mistake you made in the past. Keep going. Nobody who falls in the mud stays in the mud. Who would do that? Fall in the mud and just stay in the mud. Well, I'm all covered with mud now. I'm all soaked down to my underwear. I might as well just stay here. No, you get up, you take them filthy clothes off, you take a shower, you dry off, you put on clean clothes, you put those filthy clothes in the washer, and you get them clean again so that they'll be clean and ready for you to wear the next time. And hopefully they're not too soiled. So, you keep going. I realize it's the holiday season. And this is a great time to plug Tony Tingles. He made just a short video talking about Christmas and whatnot, and it had such a huge impact on me, because I'm like, you know what, you're right. It's Christmas time. A lot of people get depressed around this time. I was almost about to be depressed, all because I lost my mother around Christmas time 2012. And I'm still mourning her. I still haven't gotten over that loss. But I decided this Christmas I am not going to walk around depressed. And you know what? I've been having a good time. I went to a ugly Christmas sweater party. I've spent times with friends I hadn't seen in years. There are other people that have invited me out. Unfortunately, I'm low on finances, so I had to accept, when I accepted my job, I had to accept working on some of those days that they invited me to come work. Not Christmas Day, but Christmas Eve, I'll be at work. But the long and the short of it is, I'm happy. I'm celebrating the Christmas. I'm celebrating Christmas. And I understand that it's not so much Christmas that I'm celebrating, but it's the birth of Jesus. For those of you who don't know, I am a Christian. I believe in Jesus Christ. I've accepted him as my Lord and Savior. And I worship him year round. And I had some real harsh ideas about Christmas, because I'm like, first of all, Jesus wasn't born in December. Second of all, this was a pagan holiday. And third of all, and I had all these lists of reasons and excuses why to hate Christmas. And then my mother turned around and passed away on me when I was supposed to come and spend Christmas with her. And so for the past couple of Christmases, I've been depressed. And in these past Christmas of 2012, we buried her. So Christmas Day came and went like, whatever. And then Christmas 2013, depressed. Just only putting up a front. But this Christmas I decided I'm going to do things differently. I'm not going to be depressed. I'm not going to be walking around here all mad and bent out of shape and people saying Merry Christmas to me. I'm like, whatever. I'm not going to do that. I'm saying Merry Christmas back. I've changed my tune. I refuse to be all depressed this time of year. I'm not going to let depression get a hold of me. No way. Because I know what depression does. And I've been on the edge. And I've looked in the abyss. And there isn't anything in there for me. So I turned my back on it. And, by the grace and mercy of God, I was able to get away from it. But, suffice it to say that you've got to change your attitude. You've got to have an upbeat attitude. You've got to decide that I got plenty of rope left. I got more than enough rope left. I'm not giving up. Next year is going to be the best year ever. And then the year after that is going to be the best year ever. And then the year after that is going to be best year ever. Hey, just settle it in your heart that you're going to have a good year. Settle it in your heart. You're going to have a good life. You're going to meet that good girl or that good guy. This is going to be your year. If you already got someone, hey, you're gonna continue to have a good year with them. Just be positive, be happy. Decide, make up in your mind that this is what I want. I want to be happy. There is a reason I call myself Smiling Observer. Yes, I found the name on the Wu-Tang Clan generator, but I like the name. I like the idea behind it. It speaks of my introversion, but I'm happy. You know, I may not interact a lot, and when I do interact, I may pull away to recharge for a while, but you know what? I'm happy. And when people see me, they know, hey, that dude's happy. You know, that's how I want to be perceived. But I don't want to just be perceived that way. I want to be that way. I'm determined to be that way. Yes, things get serious and you have to put on a serious face. But at the end of it all, you got to have joy in your heart, because happiness depends on what happens to you. But joy isn't done away because of circumstances. Joy is forever present. It's just there. And despite what goes on, hey, you still having a good time. I mean, you still got to go through this little thing you're going through, but guess what? That's not going to do away with your joy, because your joy is still there, and it speaks of that hope that's still there, and it tells you that I'm still going. I'm not giving up. I like Robert Frost's poem. He ended it with, "But I have promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep." And those words have been just ringing out through my head not all day, but on this morning when I was on my way to work, I was thinking about it. And I was like, that's right. Or was that last night? I was going somewhere, but either way I thought about it. And I was like, that's right. I have promises to keep. And I have miles to go before I sleep. And I understand that death is imminent and that we could all up and die any old time. But until death gets here, I'm going to look at it like I got miles to go. And I have promises to keep. And I'm going to death is either going to find me keeping my promise or fulfilling my promise. But I refuse to let him find me ignoring my promise. So, all I'm saying is keep it moving, keep it pushing. And I understand that a lot of my followers don't believe in God. I understand that. But what higher power do you believe in? Even if it's just yourself, believe in yourself. You know, believing in yourself isn't wasted time. No matter who you are. You know, I would urge you to believe in God, but, you know, at the end of the day, it's your choice. At the end of the day, it's your decision. So, I hope something that I said helped you, encouraged you, prompt you to keep going. But, you know, just keep looking up. I believe in you. I'm expecting to hear great things from you. And if anything that I've said has helped you in any way, even in the smallest ways, let me know. You know, hit me up in the comments. I'll gladly talk with you. I have no problem communicating with people. I love talking with you guys. You guys, believe it or not, some of you people, you leave me comments. Good and, well, I'm not going to talk about the bad one. That bad one that I just posted so that everybody can see. Even that would cheer me up. But some of you have left me some posts, either on Reddit or on YouTube, and I'm like, wow, I didn't know I was having such an impact on you people like that. But I'm glad that I was able to, because we all need somebody to encourage us. We all need somebody. We need somebody. We need each other. You know, we're social creatures. I mean, yeah, I'm an introvert, and I'll hang out with you for a little bit, and then I'll disappear because I'm trying to recharge. I'm trying to reinvigorate, because I find being around people draining. But at the same time, I still need people. I still crave being around people. And not just anybody. I'm talking about friendly people. I'm talking about people that care. People that I know care. People that I know that aren't going to commit a crime around me, thereby getting me involved and then expect me to go to jail for them. I'm not talking about that kind of person. I don't want to hang out around you if that's how you are. I want to hang out around good, wholesome people. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I need people to give me words of encouragement too. You know? And so, yeah, we need each other. I need you. If nobody else needs you, I need you. Okay? So I'm gonna end this right here. I'm just gonna say good night, good day, good morning. Whatever time of day it is when you read this, you have a good one. And Merry Christmas. And if I don't see you, have a Happy New Year. Determine within yourself, within your heart, that you're gonna have a good year. Okay? Smile Observers out.